recognized that Vivien Leigh was widely admired not only for her acting talent, but also for her striking beauty, yet her personal life was marked by intense struggles that many did not fully understand. During her time, mental health issues like bipolar disorder were often misunderstood and dismissed. Her unpredictable moods, sometimes appearing as bursts of extreme energy and creativity, were mistaken for being under a strange influence. Some believed her behaviors indicated that she was possessed or controlled by forces beyond her control, rather than seeing them as symptoms of her illness. This misconception caused her to face stigma and misunderstanding from Hollywood, fans, and even her closest friends. As her condition worsened, she found it difficult to receive proper help, and her private pain grew behind her glamorous public persona. The pressure to maintain her image while battling her inner chaos created a cycle of emotional turmoil. Her high libido and passionate nature, often mistaken for wildness, only added to the confusion surrounding her. Despite her struggles, her talent remained undeniable, but her life was marred by the relentless challenges of mental illness. This combination of fame, misunderstanding, and personal suffering made her story both tragic and compelling to those who followed her extraordinary career. Immediately, it is clear that Vivien Leigh faced significant struggles with intimacy throughout her life. Because of her bipolar disorder, she experienced sudden and intense emotional swings that affected her behavior and feelings. During certain periods, she felt an uncontrollable need for closeness and affection, which often led her to seek out companionship in impulsive and spontaneous ways. Her desire for connection was not always rational. It could be triggered by her mood swings, pushing her to seek out strangers rather than trusted friends or partners. She might meet a cab driver or a delivery person and quickly develop a fascination or attachment, acting on her impulses without considering the consequences. Many people around her, including Hollywood insiders and close friends, observed her ongoing craving for validation and emotional connection. This need often shaped her relationships, making them complex and sometimes difficult to understand. Because her actions were driven by her mental health condition, they were not always seen with compassion, but rather sensationalized by tabloids and gossip columns. The media often portrayed her as spiraling out of control, or as an actress unable to manage her personal life, which added to the stigma she faced. Her struggles with intimacy were a reflection of her inner turmoil, made worse by the misunderstandings and judgments of those around her, contributing to the hardships she endured in her personal and professional life. Certainly, here is the detailed text about Vivien Leigh based on the provided summary. Vivien Leigh was widely recognized for her ethereal and enchanting beauty, a trait that made her stand out in Hollywood and was often emphasized in her career and public image. She was very conscious of her appearance and followed strict beauty routines to meet the high standards expected of actresses during her time. These routines were not random but carefully planned and executed to enhance her natural features. She would spend time each day adjusting her makeup, paying close attention to details to ensure she looked perfect for every public appearance. One of her signature techniques was drawing her lower lip just slightly fuller to create a more appealing and balanced look. She would also apply eyeshadow selectively, using it mainly during evening events to make her striking eyes even more captivating under the softer lights of the night. Her approach to beauty was very methodical. She understood that her appearance played a crucial role in her image and popularity. While she aimed to look flawless and polished for her public appearances, she also kept her routines aligned with her personal self-image, which made her beauty practices a vital part of her daily life. However, behind the glamorous facade, Vivien often felt self-conscious about her appearance. She admitted that maintaining her beauty was a constant challenge, and sometimes a source of pressure. Despite her allure and success, she found it difficult to be seen only as a beautiful actress, and believed that this focus on her looks sometimes overshadowed her acting talent. She felt that being valued mainly for her beauty made it harder for critics and audiences to recognize her for her true skill as an actress. This double-edged nature of her fame weighed heavily on her, reminding her that beauty alone was not enough to define her career or her worth. Vivien Leigh's experience reflected the complex relationship many actresses had with the standards of beauty, and the rituals they followed to meet those expectations, often at the cost of personal peace and professional recognition. Since Vivien Leigh understood the importance of relaxation for her well-being, she focused greatly on developing effective techniques to help her stay calm and centered amidst the chaos of her career. She believed that being able to relax deeply was crucial, not only for her mental health, but also for her physical health. especially given the intense pressure of Hollywood. Vivien often shared that her top beauty secret was her ability to truly relax, a skill she worked on and carefully cultivated over the years. This skill allowed her to find peace even in the busiest moments, and she often took short naps to refresh her mind and body. She recalled a friend's advice, who compared her ability to rest effortlessly to the way a cat relaxes without any effort, observing that cats seem to switch from alertness to deep relaxation with ease. Inspired by this, Vivien learned to emulate that effortless calm, using it as a way to decompress quickly during stressful days. This relaxation method became a vital part of her routine, helping her cope with the pressures of her career and stay grounded. It allowed her to recharge in minutes, restoring her focus and poise so she could face demanding Hollywood environments with confidence. Her approach showed that taking time to relax was just as important as her acting craft, and it played a key role in maintaining her beauty and inner balance even under the most challenging circumstances. Her ability to rest deeply and find moments of peace helped her to perform better and maintain her reputation as a poised and elegant actress. It also became a testament to her understanding that caring for oneself through relaxation can make a significant difference in one's mental clarity and resilience, especially when facing life's demanding moments. Her approach to relaxation was simple yet effective, emphasizing the importance of listening to one's body and mind and always finding a way to reconnect with inner calm whenever needed. Firstly, Vivien Leigh was born on November 5, 1913, in Darjeeling, India. Her early years were influenced by her diverse background, which shaped her identity in many ways. Her father, Ernest Hartley, was British, while her mother, Gertrude Mary Frances, had roots in Irish, Parsi, and Armenian cultures. This mixture of heritages gave Vivien a unique cultural identity that connected her to different parts of the world. However, when she moved to Hollywood to pursue her acting career, she was advised to keep her Indian roots hidden. The entertainment industry at that time had strong biases against actors with non-European backgrounds. Many believed that showing her Indian heritage might limit her chances of success or cause discrimination. As a result, Vivien adopted a more Americanized way of presenting herself. She altered her appearance and behavior to fit the expectations of the industry. This led her to feel somewhat distant from her true heritage and created a sense of alienation. Her decision to hide her roots was likely a protective response to the prejudices she faced, as Hollywood often favored actors who fit a certain European or American image. Despite her efforts to obscure her multicultural background, her heritage remained a part of who she was deep inside. Over time, the prejudices of that era made it difficult for actresses of diverse backgrounds to find equal opportunities, and Vivien's experience reflected the broader struggles faced by many who wished to stay true to their roots, while pursuing their dreams in a challenging environment. From her early years, Vivien Leigh traveled across Europe, visiting many different countries and experiencing a variety of cultures and languages. This journey helped her learn to speak French and Italian fluently, skills that she would use throughout her acting career. During her childhood, she attended boarding schools in Italy and France, where she became comfortable with foreign languages and developed a broader understanding of different ways of life. Her love for performing began at a young age, and she often took part in amateur theater groups. Her mother's passion for the arts encouraged her to pursue acting, and she enjoyed performing whenever she could. At the age of 6, Vivien was sent to a convent school, which was a strict environment away from her family. This experience taught her to be independent and strong. Her dream of becoming a performer grew stronger as she continued to study and practice acting. She later enrolled at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London, a prestigious school where many talented actors have trained. All these early experiences, traveling through different countries, speaking different languages, and studying dramatic arts, helped shape her into a versatile actress. These lessons and skills she learned early on laid the strong foundation for her future success, and played a big role in making her one of the most admired actresses of her time. After reading Margaret Mitchell's novel, Vivien Leigh decided she wanted to play the role of Scarlett O'Hara in the film adaptation of Gone with the Wind. She believed she was perfect for the part, and convinced the producers to cast her, which marked her big breakthrough in Hollywood. Her portrayal of Scarlett made her famous overnight. She brought the character to life with a strong presence and deep emotion, making the role unforgettable for audiences around the world. However, her time filming was very difficult. Lieutenant Victor Fleming became the director after George Cukor left, and Vivien often clashed with him. The filming days were very long, sometimes lasting 16 hours. This was exhausting both physically and mentally. Despite the hardships, she worked with great dedication, shaping Scarlett with great care and conviction. Her effort paid off because her performance was so powerful that it left a lasting mark on Hollywood history. Yet, all the work and stress affected her mental health. She sacrificed her well-being to bring Scarlett to life, and this period was both her greatest success and a challenging time for her personally. Vivien Leigh's role in Gone with the Wind remains one of her most memorable achievements, a testament to her talent and determination amid the pressures of Hollywood fame. Certainly, Vivien Leigh earned widespread recognition for her exceptional acting talent, and her career was marked by significant achievements, including winning 2 Academy Awards for Best Actress. These awards cemented her status as one of the most talented actresses of her time. Despite this, her journey was filled with many hardships. During the filming of her iconic role in Gone with the Wind, she worked nearly double the hours of her male co-star Clark Gable. Her role demanded more lines, a broader emotional range, and intense dedication, which made the workload extremely demanding. However, even with her extraordinary efforts, she received only a small portion of Gable's salary. This glaring pay disparity was a stark reminder of the inequality in Hollywood, where actresses often earned less than their male counterparts for similar, or even more demanding roles. The film itself was a massive success, earning billions in revenue worldwide, and making Vivien Leigh famous across the globe. Still, beneath her rising fame lay the reality of unfair treatment and unequal pay that many actresses faced in a male-dominated industry. The combination of her hard work, the recognition she deserved, and the persistent inequalities she endured made her accomplishments bittersweet. It showed both her resilience and the difficulties women faced in Hollywood, where respect and fair treatment were not always guaranteed, despite their talent and contribution. Leigh's story highlights the complex balance between glory and struggle within the entertainment industry, especially for women striving to gain recognition and equality. Certainly, Vivien Leigh's relationship with Laurence Olivier was both passionate and complicated. From the moment they met, there was a strong attraction between them that went beyond friendship. Both were married to others at the time, yet their connection grew into a deep romance that became famous across Hollywood. They shared a love for acting and worked together often, which only brought them closer. Still, their relationship was not simple. Olivier's feelings of jealousy grew as Vivien achieved success, especially after she won an Oscar for her role in Gone with the Wind. It is said that Olivier once admitted he felt such envy that he considered hitting her with her own award. Their love was fiery and intense, but it also had many difficult moments. Vivien's mental health issues, especially her bipolar disorder, made their relationship even harder. Her episodes of depression and mania tested their patience and trust, causing conflicts and emotional pain. Despite the love they shared, these struggles caused them to grow apart. They eventually separated, leaving Vivien to deal with her mental health challenges on her own. Their story remains one of Hollywood's most talked about romances, full of passion and heartbreak. Despite her success on screen and her fame, Vivien Leigh faced ongoing struggles with her mental health that grew more severe over the years. As she aged, her bipolar disorder became more intense, leading to episodes that were unpredictable and often frightening for those around her. During these times, she would sometimes have violent outbursts, which made her friends and family very worried. These episodes left her confused and disoriented, often with no memory of what had happened during her turmoil. Because of this, many people thought she was somehow possessed or under a strange spell, as mental health issues were not well understood at the time. Society saw her condition as a mysterious affliction rather than a medical problem that could be treated. This misunderstanding made it harder for her to get help or support, and it caused her to feel more isolated from others. Her peers and colleagues often did not know how to help her, and her condition created a wall that kept her apart from the friends she once relied on. The lack of awareness about mental health issues in those days meant that Vivien had to suffer in silence, battling her own mind while still maintaining her glamorous exterior in the eyes of the world. Her life was marked by a difficult mix of fame and personal pain, with her mental health struggles remaining largely hidden from public view, leading to feelings of loneliness and danger within her own mind. Once, Vivien Leigh's mental health challenges led to moments of chaos that shocked everyone around her. Her behavior in public could be unpredictable and intense. She sometimes shouted unprovoked, losing control of her words and causing uncomfortable scenes. At other times, she might have physical disputes or become aggressive with those nearby. There were rare moments when she would forget social rules entirely, even appearing unclothed in public, which caused alarm and confusion. These incidents showed how deeply her mental health issues affected her daily life, and highlighted how little help was available at the time to treat her condition. Laurence Olivier, her leading man and close friend, often struggled to manage her episodes. Because her behavior could become so extreme, he often had to step in quickly to prevent situations from getting worse. This added a heavy burden on their relationship, as Olivier's efforts to help her sometimes caused tension and emotional pain. Her repeated public struggles became an unmistakable sign of her internal suffering, casting her as a tragic figure in the world of Hollywood. She was often judged by her actions, which were fueled by her ongoing mental health battles. Throughout her career and life, her battles with erratic public behavior exposed the deep pain she endured inside, making her story one of both brilliance and tragedy under the constant watch of the media and her peers. After a certain point in her life, Vivien Leigh's physical health began to decline steadily. She often suffered from tuberculosis, which was a recurring illness that made her condition worse over the years. Despite her fame and success, her body was not able to fully recover from these frequent health problems. During the filming of the play Caesar and Cleopatra, she experienced a traumatic fall that resulted in a miscarriage. This event was incredibly painful for her and caused deep emotional suffering. The loss of her pregnancy added a heavy burden of grief to her already fragile emotional state. Her struggles with mental health, especially bipolar disorder, became more evident during this difficult time. She frequently experienced episodes of intense crying and despair, which made it hard for her to continue working. These emotional struggles, combined with her physical health issues, painted a picture of a woman who fought both inside and outside. She achieved great things in her career, but behind the scenes, she faced overwhelming personal hardships that left lasting scars. The combination of her physical ailments and mental health challenges affected her deeply, leading to her emotional and physical exhaustion. This toll eventually contributed to the breakdown of her relationship with Olivier, one of her most important connections. Later in her life, these experiences shaped her, but also made her more vulnerable. Despite her remarkable talent and fame, her health declined, and the pain of miscarriage marked a period of struggle that remained with her until the later years. After experiencing a series of public and private breakdowns, Vivien Leigh's life took a difficult turn. She was eventually institutionalized in a mental health facility where she received electroshock therapy, a common treatment at the time. This form of therapy aimed to help her recover from her mental health struggles, but in reality, it caused her more harm than good. The electroshock sessions left her with visible scars on her body, serving as physical reminders of her suffering. They also left her emotionally wounded, adding to her pain and feelings of helplessness. At that time, electroshock therapy was often used for severe mental health issues, but it did not resolve the underlying problems causing her distress. Instead, it subjected her to additional trauma and suffering. The harsh reality of her treatment reflects how people with mental illness were often treated during that era, when compassionate and personalized care were rarely available. For Vivien Leigh, this period marked a tragic chapter in her life, one that showed the cruel side of mental health treatment in the past. Her experience with institutionalization and electroshock therapy left a lasting impact on her, contributing to the complex layers of her personal struggles. Her story reminds us of the importance of humane treatment and understanding for those facing mental health issues. After more than 20 years together, Vivien Leigh and her husband Laurence Olivier faced a difficult separation. For years, Olivier tried to support Vivien through her struggles, but eventually he reached a point where he could no longer handle the constant toll her illness took on their relationship. Her mental health issues caused unpredictable episodes and intense emotional challenges that made living with her increasingly hard to manage. Olivier's decision to part ways brought him a sense of relief, because he could no longer endure the strain that her condition placed on his own mental health. On the other hand, Vivien was left devastated by the separation. She deeply felt the loss of one of her most important relationships, and the break left her feeling abandoned and alone. This separation highlighted the loneliness that often comes with mental illness, as loved ones find it difficult to balance their care and affection with the overwhelming difficulties that such conditions impose. Vivien's emotional pain was compounded by the end of a union that had been a source of support and companionship for many years. Her life was marked by internal struggles, and the end of her marriage underscored how mental illness can create barriers, separating loved ones even when they cared deeply for each other. Despite her fame and talent, Vivien's personal life was deeply affected by the hardships of her health, and this chapter of her life remained a poignant reminder of the challenges faced by those living with mental illness and their families. After her separation from Laurence Olivier, Vivien Leigh sought companionship and found a steady source of support in actor Jack Mariville. Unlike Olivier, who often faced criticism for their turbulent marriage, Mariville understood Vivien's condition and was willing to accept her as she was. During her later years, Vivien experienced ongoing health issues and mental health struggles, which made her life difficult at times. Mariville's presence brought her stability and a sense of peace that had long been absent. He took on the responsibility of caring for her with patience and kindness, offering her reassurance through his understanding attitude. Their relationship was built on mutual respect and warmth, standing in stark contrast to the rocky and often tumultuous marriage she had with Olivier. Throughout the years, Mariville stayed by her side, providing comfort and companionship until her death. His unwavering support showed how a caring partnership can help someone cope with mental health difficulties. In her final days, Vivien found solace in the kindness and stability Mariville gave her, which helped her face her challenges with some dignity and peace. This companionship highlights how important understanding and support are for those dealing with mental health issues, especially in moments of vulnerability. While her health was declining, Vivien Leigh refused to give up her passion for acting. Even in her later years, she kept working and finding new ways to perform on stage. Despite her physical and mental health problems, she delivered performances that moved audiences deeply. She was awarded a Tony Award for her role in the musical Tovarich, which shows how much her talent was still appreciated even as she faced difficult times. Her dedication was clear because she gave those powerful performances despite her illness, proving her resilience and love for her craft. Her ability to perform with such strength and emotion despite her suffering shows her extraordinary determination. She was committed to the stage and to her art until the very end. Her perseverance through her health struggles demonstrates her courage and passion. Vivien Leigh's final performances stand as a testament to her remarkable talent and her unbreakable spirit. She faced many hardships, but her desire to act and inspire never faded. Her legacy as a talented actress who fought against adversity remains strong. She inspired many by continuing to pursue her art, leaving a lasting impression on the world of theater. Her story is one of resilience, passion, and unforgettable dedication to acting. Despite her undeniable talent and captivating presence on stage, Vivien Leigh faced significant struggles in her later performances that revealed the toll her health issues had taken on her. As her illness progressed, her behavior during her final acts became increasingly unpredictable and concerning. She often forgot lines she had known for years, and at times she would sing songs faster than intended, making it difficult for the audience to follow her performance. Sometimes, she would have sudden outbursts directed at her co-stars, expressions of frustration or confusion that seemed to come out of nowhere. These incidents grew more frequent, forcing backstage personnel to step in to help her stay calm and focused, trying to prevent her from harming herself or others. Her onstage difficulties were a reflection of the deep personal and professional struggles she endured, as her passion for acting was tested by her failing health. Despite the pain and confusion she experienced during these performances, her courage never faltered. She pushed herself to continue performing, driven by her love for her craft and her desire to bring joy to her audience. Her determination to keep going made her not only a great actress, but also a symbol of resilience and bravery, admired by many for her fighting spirit and unwavering dedication to her art. Throughout her career, her onstage behavioral struggles underscored the real human cost behind her mesmerizing performances, and her willingness to face those difficulties inspired countless fans and fellow actors alike. Following a long and celebrated career, Vivien Leigh faced her final years marked by illness and loss. In the summer of 1967, her health took a serious turn when her tuberculosis returned after years of battling the disease. Despite medical efforts to control her condition, her health continued to decline, and she eventually passed away in London. Her death marked the end of an extraordinary life that had captivated audiences worldwide with her beauty and talent. Even after their years of separation, Olivier, her former husband, and one of her most significant collaborators, returned from a distance to be with her during her last moments. His presence by her side showed deep loyalty and respect, reflecting the profound impact she had on his life. Olivier helped arrange her funeral, ensuring she was honored properly, and he stayed with her until her body was taken away. This act of dedication highlighted the enduring bond between them, despite the turmoil of their relationship. Vivien Leigh's passing symbolized the closing of a chapter in Hollywood history, as she was one of the last truly great stars of the golden age of Hollywood. Her legacy remains rooted in her remarkable beauty, her extraordinary acting talent, and her resilience in facing life's difficulties. Her influence continues to inspire many, with her films, and her extraordinary presence etched into the history of cinema. Her life story remains a testament to the power of perseverance, artistry, and the lasting impact of genuine talent. Even after her death, her memory lives on through the countless fans and entertainers who admire her work, keeping her spirit alive in the world of film. Her contribution to the arts and her indomitable spirit will forever be remembered, a shining star that refused to be extinguished by life's hardships. While Vivien Leigh is often remembered for her stunning beauty and remarkable talent as an actress, her life also reveals the heavy burden of hidden struggles that many in the spotlight face. Despite her fame and success, she battled mental illness that was misunderstood and stigmatized by society at the time. Her mental health issues left her feeling isolated and unsupported, making her journey even more difficult during her career. Leigh was praised for her captivating performances, but behind the scenes, she faced emotional pain that she often kept hidden from the public. Society's reluctance to acknowledge or understand mental health challenges at that time meant that many of her struggles remained unspoken and untreated. Her story highlights the immense pressure that comes with fame, where individuals are expected to maintain a perfect image while concealing their vulnerabilities. Vivien Leigh's life serves as a reminder of the importance of compassion and understanding for those fighting unseen battles. Her legacy encourages us to look beyond appearances and recognize the human struggles endured by even the most celebrated figures. Her journey illustrates both triumph in her achievements and tragedy in her personal suffering, making her story particularly poignant in Hollywood history. The recognition of her hidden battles helps to shed light on how societal attitudes have evolved, and stresses the ongoing need for kindness and support for individuals facing mental health challenges. Leigh's life continues to inspire conversations about the importance of mental health awareness and the real cost of fame. She remains a powerful example of resilience in the face of personal hardship, and her story urges us to approach others with empathy and understanding, recognizing that appearances can often mask deep struggles. While the video titled "Vivien Leigh Seemed Possessed by Her High Libido" explores her passionate and sometimes unpredictable behavior, it ultimately reveals how these traits were misunderstood within the context of her mental health struggles. Her intense emotions and desire for love and connection were often mistaken for signs of something supernatural or abnormal, rather than recognized as part of her bipolar disorder. This misunderstanding contributed to widespread stigma and isolation, making it harder for her to seek proper treatment or support. Despite her outward glamour and fame, behind the scenes, she fought a constant battle with her mental health, which affected her relationships and her career. The video illustrates how society's failure to understand her condition led to misconceptions about her character and actions. It also sheds light on the importance of recognizing mental illness and the destructive effects of stigma. By looking closely at her life, viewers gain insight into the complexity of her personality and the tragic consequences of ignorance about mental health issues. Her story underscores the need for compassion and understanding, especially when it comes to those fighting unseen battles inside